Buy a
Please let us read our announcements so we can help. Don't forget to sometime numerous.
I'll just remember.
So please take care.
Don't have to.
Transport Canada regulations. Passengers are required to use their vehicles and exit.
Chơi Lily.
아직 뜯지도 않았는데? Oh my god. It's even green.
Okay, don't send me a text, let me know all this work.
What are you doing? Oh, you're up.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at.
Five after one. Go back to the rose garden? Okay. So we go back, Valdo? Need to come back. I had a really fun day here. They love that monkey tree.
We need one of those. 혼자 와서
I feel like I've seen everything that it's all about. Oh yeah.
Are you waiting for me? I want to use sugar. Hanger. Hanger? Hanger. Sure, they have hanger. Reminds me of my
We can give pictures. This is too good. No, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm satisfied.
9,000 years. So we're really privileged to operate out of the lands of the Lekwungen-speaking peoples, and more specifically the Esquimalt and Songhees.
통역가도 아무나 하는 거 아닌 것 같아.
And guys, I just forgot to ask, does anybody have any time constraints? Any particular time you have to be back at the dock?
No, and there's one man.
Can I set up? 괜찮아.
You have a good night.
Thank you. Okay, cheers. This. Wow. There we go. That's good.
By traveling close to each other, they actually kind of snuggle up. I think that's a big part of how they bond.
And a lot of them are made up of small families, like this, 4 or 5 animals. Oh, he just fluked. He just fluked. Yeah. Hey, Lily, he fluked.
All right, guys, come on back. Which one was bad?